Yeah, Dan. I mean, this kid hit it so good. He was on a unbelievable run when he won at Charlotte.
For a while, Tiger Woods looked untouchable, winning, smiling, a perfect family photo. Elin Nordegren stayed quiet, raising their kids and keeping things private. Then one night changed everything. The headlines hit, the crash happened, and the picture people believed in fell apart fast. After the divorce, Elin stepped away from the spotlight, while Tiger tried to rebuild his life in public. But some stories don't stay buried. And when Elin finally speaks, it changes how the past sounds. Today, we're walking through it all from the beginning: how they met, what went wrong, and where they stand now. Join us as we rewind from day one and see where they are today. The boy who looked born for greatness. Tiger Woods was born Eldrick Taunt Woods on December 30th, 1975, in Cypress, California. His parents were Earl and Kultida, also known as Tita. He was their only child together, but he also had two half-brothers and a half-sister from Earl's first marriage. Earl was a retired U.S. Army officer and a Vietnam War veteran. He was born to African-American parents, and he was also said to have European and Native American roots. Tita was originally from Thailand, and Earl met her there in 1968 while he was on duty. She had mixed Thai, Chinese, and Dutch ancestry. Later, ESPN once described Tiger's background in very specific fractions, but Tiger had his own word for it. He called himself Cablinasian, a name he made from Caucasian, Black, American Indian, and Asian. Even his name had meaning. His mother chose Eldrick because it started with E for Earl and ended with K for Kultida. His middle name, Taunt, is a traditional Thai name, and the name the world knows him by, Tiger, came in honor of Earl's friend, a South Vietnamese colonel named Vuong Dang Phong, who was also known as Tiger. And once you hear how early Tiger started, it makes you wonder, was his whole life already set in motion before he could even spell his own name? Golf was his whole world. Tiger grew up in Orange County, California, and he was introduced to golf before the age of 2. His father Earl was athletic and very involved, and he was also a single-digit handicap amateur golfer. Earl had military connections too, and because of that, Tiger got access to the Navy golf course beside the Joint Forces training base in Los Alamitos. That meant he could play there, and he did. He also played at the Par 3 Hartwell Golf Course in Long Beach and at local municipal courses in Long Beach. Tiger was not just a kid who liked golf. He was already performing like a story people could not stop watching. In 1978, he even putted against comedian Bob Hope on TV on The Mike Douglas Show. By age 3, he shot a 48 over 9 holes at the Navy course. By age 5, he appeared in Golf Digest and on ABC's That's Incredible. And before turning 7, he won the underage 10 section of the drive, pitch, and putt competition, held at the Navy Golf Course in Cyprus. When he was 8, he won the 9 to 10 boys event at the Junior World Golf Championships as the youngest group available. That same year, he first broke 80. He later won the Junior World Championships 6 times, including 4 straight wins from 1988 to 1991. Earl wrote that Tiger first beat him at age 11, with Earl trying his best, and after that, Earl never beat him again. Tiger also broke 70 on a regulation golf course at age 12. It was like the milestones kept falling one by one, and the more he won, the bigger the question became. What happens when a child prodigy grows up and the world expects perfection every single time? The moment it shifted from gifted to unstoppable. By 13, Tiger was already playing major national junior events. In 1989, he entered the Big I, his first major national junior tournament, and in the final round, he was paired with pro John Daly, who birdied 3 of the last 4 holes and beat Tiger by 1 stroke. Around his teen years, Tiger met Jack Nicklaus at the Bel Air Country Club in Los Angeles during a clinic, where Tiger impressed the crowd with his skill and potential. Earl Woods had studied Nicklaus's records closely and set Tiger the goal of breaking them. Tiger kept climbing fast. At 15, while attending Western High School in Anaheim, he became the youngest U.S. junior amateur champion, a record that stood until 2010. He was also named Southern California Amateur Player of the Year and Golf Digest Junior Amateur Player of the Year. In 1992, he defended his U.S. Junior Amateur title and became the event's first 2-time winner. That same year, he played his first PGA Tour event, the Nissan Los Angeles Open, but missed the 36-hole cut. Even so, he was named Golf Digest Amateur Player of the Year, Golf World Player of the Year, and Golf Week National Amateur of the Year. In 1993, he won his 3rd straight U.S. Junior Amateur, still the only 3-time winner. In 1994, at TPC at Sawgrass, he became the youngest winner of the U.S. Amateur, a record he held until 2008. He also played on the American team at the 1994 Eisenhower Trophy, which they won, and the 1995 Walker Cup, which they lost. Tiger graduated high school at 18 in 1994, was voted most likely to succeed, and played under coach Don Crosby. Behind the trophies, he also dealt with a stutter as a boy. It was not widely known until he wrote a letter to a boy considering suicide saying, "I know what it's like to be different and to sometimes not fit in. I also stuttered as a child, and I would talk to my dog, and he would sit there and listen until he fell asleep." That honesty adds a deeper layer to his story. Right before his personal life becomes part of the spotlight. The woman with big dreams before the fame. Elin Maria Pernilla Nordegren was born on January 1st, 1980. She is Swedish, and she later became known as a former model and nanny. She was born in Stockholm, and her family background was very public in its own way. Her mother is Barbro Holmberg, a politician who served as Sweden's migration and asylum policy minister and later as the governor of Gävleborg County. Her father is Thomas Nordegren, a radio journalist who worked as a bureau chief in Washington, D.C. Elin grew up with siblings too. She had an older brother named Axel, and she had a twin sister named Josephine. When Elin was 7, her parents divorced. She and her sister were not raised like people who had everything handed to them. They had summer jobs as supermarket cashiers to help finance their studies. In 1997, the twins moved to Germany with their father for a year, where they studied English and German in 11th grade at John F. Kennedy School in Berlin. Elin started modeling in 2000, and she appeared on the cover of Café Sport magazine in the summer of that year. But even with the modeling, she had another direction in mind. At the time, she had hopes of becoming a child psychologist. So when you think about her later being pulled into the biggest sports spotlight on Earth, it feels almost like 2 different lives. And the way she met Tiger was not some movie scene. It started with work, timing, and a connection through golf that would change everything. When Tiger met Elin, and the world started watching. Elin took a job at Champagne, a clothing store in Stockholm. That is where she met Mia Parnevik, the wife of Swedish golfer Jesper Parnevik. Mia hired Elin as an au pair to look after their children, and the job required Elin to move full-time to the United States in 2001. That move mattered, because it placed her right inside the world Tiger lived in. While she was working as their nanny, Jesper introduced Elin to Tiger Woods during the 2001 Open Championship. Mia later said Tiger had been asking to be introduced to Elin for about a year before that, but Elin was seeing someone else at the time. Mia said she had no interest in Tiger, and he was okay with that. There was a big line of single golfers wanting to meet her. They were gaga over her. That shows the dynamic early on. Tiger was already Tiger, but Elin was not impressed the way people assume. Still, after that first introduction, things moved. The information here says they became an item in 2002. Then in November 2003, they attended the President's Cup tournament in South Africa. And that is when they became officially engaged, after Tiger proposed at the luxury Shamwari Game Reserve. For Elin, it was a real commitment. And for Tiger, it was the start of a new life people thought was perfect. The dream setup that looked solid from the outside. Tiger and Elin were married in October 2004 at the Sandy Lane Resort in Barbados. The wedding was held by the 19th hole of the resort. Tiger rented the entire complex for a week. That included 3 golf courses and 110 rooms, and it cost almost $2 million. After they married, they lived at Isleworth, a community in Windermere, a suburb of Orlando, Florida. By this point, Tiger's professional life was already massive. He had turned professional at age 20 back in August 1996 and immediately signed advertising deals with Nike and Titleist, which were the most lucrative endorsement contracts in golf history at the time. He was named Sports Illustrated's 1996 Sportsman of the Year and PGA Tour Rookie of the Year. On April 13, 1997, he won the Masters in record-breaking fashion and became the tournament's youngest winner at age 21. 2 months later, he reached number 1 in the official world golf ranking faster than anyone had before. After a slower 1998, he finished 1999 with 8 wins, including the PGA Championship, something not done since Johnny Miller in 1974. Tiger also dealt with a physical detail many people did not know. He was severely myopic, with his eyesight rated at 11 diopters. He had laser eye surgery in 1999, and he returned to winning tour events soon after. Even one small thing shows how carefully his career was managed. In 1996, he moved out of California, and it was said to be due to the state's high tax rate. So from the outside, everything looked organized, powerful, and planned. A rising sports icon, a private woman with her own dreams, and a marriage that looked like it had it all. But when a life is built in the spotlight, the pressure does not stay on the course. It follows you home, and it sets the stage for what comes next. The perfect family image. Before it cracked. In 2006, nude photos that were claimed to be Elin Nordegren started spreading online, even though they were not real. The Irish magazine The Dubliner published them anyway and said they were her. Elin sued them for libel in November 2006, won, and was awarded 125,000 euros, and the magazine later had to publish long apologies in major outlets. Not long after, the family image kept growing. In 2006, Tiger Woods and Elin bought a $39 million estate on Jupiter Island, Florida, and started building a 10,000-square-foot home. In 2007, Tiger announced the birth of their first child, a daughter named Sam Alexis Woods, and he chose Sam because his father had always called him Sam. In September 2008, Tiger announced they were expecting another baby in late winter. In 2009, Elin gave birth to their son, Charlie Axel Woods. By then, Tiger's life looked like a dream from the outside. In 2009, he was at the top of his career, and in April 2009, he was photographed meeting President Obama in the Oval Office. On October 1st, Forbes named him the first athlete to earn $1 billion. He was 33, Elin was 29, and they had a wholesome image that brought in about $110 million in endorsements. And that is what made what happened next feel so shocking, because the public thought they knew this couple. The headline that changed everything. Less than 2 weeks before everything blew up, Tiger had won his first event in Australia, the Masters, by 2 strokes. But behind the scenes, the story was already rolling. On November 26, 2009, Tiger and Elin were hosting Tiger's mother for Thanksgiving at their $2.4 million mansion in Windermere, Florida, near Orlando. The day before, at an Albertsons supermarket nearby, a new National Enquirer issue was placed at the checkout racks with a banner headline that read, "Tiger Woods Cheating Scandal." Inside, it described a months-long affair with New York City nightclub hostess Rachel Uchitel. She had been photographed checking into the same hotel as Tiger during the Australian Masters and was quoted as telling a friend, "It's Tiger Woods. I don't care about his wife. We're in love." Sources close to Elin later told the Daily Beast that on November 24th, one day before the story hit stands, Tiger put Elin on the phone with Uchitel, who insisted there was no truth to the story. Elin and Uchitel spoke for 30 minutes. Tiger felt satisfied after that call, but Elin did not. Later that afternoon, Tiger left his phone unattended, and Elin looked through his call history. She saw another name, Jaime Grubbs, and called her, but got voicemail. Elin left a message that cut straight through the silence. "You know who this is," she said, "because you are dating my husband." Elin did not tell Tiger she had done it. When Tiger got his phone back, he also called Grubbs and got voicemail. Then his own voice went into damage control. "Hey, it's Tiger," he said. "Can you please take your name off your phone? My wife went through my phone and, maybe calling you. So if you can, please take your name off that. And, just have it as a number on the voicemail, okay? You got to do this for me. Huge, quickly. All right, bye." Over the next 2 days, Elin stayed quiet, but she read the Enquirer story and got shaken by the detail that Tiger had met Uchitel in June, just 4 months after their son was born. And the calm in their house was about to snap. The night it all broke in real time. On Thanksgiving night, Tiger, who was an insomniac, took Ambien and fell asleep. It was now 1 a.m. Friday, and Elin took his phone and searched for Uchitel's number. When she opened it, she found a text from Tiger that said, "You are the only one I've ever loved." Friends described Elin as an exceptionally controlled person, but in that moment, she wanted proof she could not be talked out of. She began texting Uchitel while pretending to be Tiger. "I miss you," Elin wrote. "When are we seeing each other again?" Uchitel replied right away and sounded surprised. Tiger was awake. Elin then called her. "I knew it was you," she said. "I know everything." Uchitel replied, "Oh, FKK," and hung up. Elin's screaming woke Tiger. He was woozy, but he grabbed his phone and ran into the bathroom, locked the door, and texted Uchitel, "She knows." He also wrote, "I'm going to be packing," and said it looked like divorce. Elin demanded he come out. When he finally did, she grabbed the phone, saw the word divorce, and exploded. She threw the phone and chipped his tooth. She hit his chest and scratched his face. Tiger pulled away, and Elin grabbed a golf club and chased him. Tiger ran out barefoot while their shouting woke the neighbors. "You've ruined our Thanksgiving," Tiger yelled. "Are you happy now?" It was 2:25 a.m. Tiger jumped into his 2009 Escalade and pulled out, crushed hedges, hit a curb, then hit a fire hydrant, and then smashed into a tree. He ended up unconscious in the street, bloody and snoring. A neighboring couple ran over, and Elin was there with the golf club, and the Escalade's 2 back windows smashed out. "Help us," she said. A neighbor called 911. Police later said they found Elin frantic and upset. Tiger was on the ground with cuts to his lips and blood pooling in his mouth. He tried to speak but made no sense, and he had also taken Vicodin. Elin told police it was just a car accident and said she heard the crash, came out, got in her golf cart, and used the golf club to help get him out. Police sounded doubtful about parts of it. A police chief pointed out the size difference, saying the story did not totally add up. Tiger was taken to Health Central Hospital, treated, and released. Investigators tried to speak with him again, but the next day his agent Mark Steinberg said he was indisposed, and later an attorney said they would not cooperate. A judge denied a subpoena request for medical records, and police could only issue a $164 careless driving ticket. And that is when the private crisis turned into a full public collapse. The fallout, the divorce, and what Elin said after hell. After the crash, Tiger put out a statement on his website. He took full responsibility, called it a private matter, and credited Elin for helping him from the car. On November 30th, he said he would skip his own charity event, the Chevron World Challenge, and the rest of 2009 because of his injuries. On December 2nd, after more stories and a voicemail message surfaced, he released another statement. He admitted transgressions, apologized, and asked for privacy. On December 11th, he released a third statement, admitted infidelity, and said he would take an indefinite break from professional golf. In the days that followed, more than a dozen women came forward, and by December 11th, 2009, the number of known mistresses was said to be 14. Sponsors pulled back fast. Accenture, AT&T, Gatorade, and General Motors ended deals. Gillette suspended ads. Tag Heuer dropped him from advertising, and Golf Digest suspended his column, while Nike and Electronic Arts stayed. By the end of December, Tiger entered rehab for sex addiction, and Elin used that time to renegotiate her prenup and think through her marriage. In February 2010, Tiger gave a televised statement. He said he completed a 45-day therapy program and admitted, "I thought I could get away with whatever I wanted to. I felt I was entitled, and I was wrong. I was foolish." In March 2010, he said he would play in the 2010 Masters, but the marriage still did not recover. Elin stayed on the fence until April 2010, when a 15th mistress was revealed, Rachel Kudriet. On August 23, 2010, Tiger and Elin finalized their divorce in Bay County Circuit Court in Panama City, Florida. In a statement posted on Tiger's website, they said, "We are sad that our marriage is over, and we wish each other the very best for the future," and said they would share parenting of their 2 children. Around that time, Jesper Parnevik said, "I'm kind of filled with sorrow for Elin, since me and my wife are at fault for hooking her up with him, and we probably thought he was a better guy than he is." Elin later said she felt blindsided and embarrassed, and summed it up with, "I've been through hell, and I never suspected, not a one." She said even little Sam noticed her pain and asked, "Mommy, where is your boo-boo?" Elin said she spoke to set the record straight and to heal. She did not plan to talk about it again. She still said, "I wish him all the best in the future, as a person and as an athlete," and said she felt privileged to witness part of his golfing career. Tiger called it a sad time and said the kids were the priority. For years after that, Elin stayed mostly quiet in public. Then she finally spoke for herself. When silence ended and the truth got clearer. In 2016, Elin Nordegren broke her silence about her divorce from Tiger Woods, and she made it clear the word betrayal was not strong enough for what she lived through. She said she felt stronger than ever, and she explained she was focusing on her college degree in psychology. She also said she felt confident in my beliefs, my decisions, and myself. But the biggest part of her message was what she wanted people to understand. She said 3 things mattered most. She was not violent and never hit Tiger. She had no idea the cheating was happening, and the marriage was real to her. Elin said, "There was never any violence inside or outside our home," and she called the idea that she used a golf club to hit him truly ridiculous. She explained it in her own way, saying Tiger left the house that night, and when he did not return for a while, she got worried and went to look for him. She said that is when she found him in the car, and she did everything she could to get him out of the locked car. To think anything else is absolutely wrong, she said. Elin also added that she was working toward forgiveness. "I know I will have to come to forgiveness and acceptance of what has happened for me to go on and be happy in the future," she said, and added, "And I know I will get there eventually." Then she said something that surprised people because it showed she had not given up on the idea of love. "I believe in love because I've seen it," she said. "I've been there." She also said she did not plan to do more interviews because she wanted to stay private while raising their 2 children with Woods, Sam and Charlie. When asked about her interview, Tiger responded simply, "I wish her the best in everything." And after years of noise, that calm moment made people wonder, what did moving on really look like for both of them? Rebuilding after the mess. Elin stayed focused on building a quieter life. She later graduated with her psychology degree, and in September 2018, she obtained her license to practice as a mental health counselor intern. After getting that license, she launched EN Therapy, LLC, though by 2025, the practice no longer appeared to be in business. In June 2019, it was announced that Elin was expecting her first child with former NFL player Jordan Cameron. She gave birth to a son, Arthur, in October 2019. In December 2022, she gave birth again to a daughter. And it was also reported that the couple has a 3rd child together. Over time, it became a bigger blended family. On Tiger's side, life kept bringing big headlines too. On February 23, 2021, Tiger survived a serious rollover car crash in Rancho Palos Verdes, California. It was a single-vehicle crash, and he was the only person in the car. The vehicle was traveling north on Hawthorne Boulevard, and the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department said the car had sustained major damage. They also said Tiger was driving over 80 miles per hour, nearly twice the speed limit, before he crashed. He was taken by ambulance to the Harbor UCLA Medical Center. No charges were filed, and his agent said Tiger had multiple leg injuries and needed surgery for non-life-threatening injuries. Even outside the crash, Tiger's personal life kept shifting. Between late 2017 and late 2022, he dated restaurant manager Erica Herman. After they split in early 2023, Herman filed a lawsuit against Tiger for compensation, but she later dropped it after a Florida judge ruled in favor of Woods. And while that was happening, Elin was building something steady and full of kids, which set up a new question. After everything, were they finally finding a way to live without the old drama following them? The new normal that nobody expected to see. By 2023, Tiger started talking differently about the past. In an interview with Time magazine, he said he wished he had a more open, honest relationship with my ex-wife. He admitted he felt frustrated during their time together and suggested that if he had been more honest, maybe things would not have ended the way they did. But he also made something clear about where they stand now. He said they finally have the honest communication he wishes they had back then, and he said the kids are what matter most. "We both know that the most important things in our lives are our kids," Woods said. "I wish I would have known that back then." By March 2024, Elin was living a full family life with Jordan Cameron. She was 44 and working as a mental health counselor. Together, they had a blended family of 6 kids. Cameron already had a son, Tristan. Elin also shared Sam and Charlie with Tiger, and Elin and Cameron shared 3 children as well: Zeta, Freya, and Arthur. A friend said, "Elin always wanted a big family and loved the idea of a house filled with kids," and added, "She has that now, living her sweetest dream." Around that same time, Charlie had a proud moment when he received his state championship ring after his North Palm Beach school won the Class 1A golf title. And Tiger was there too. Then, on March 23, 2025, Tiger confirmed his relationship with Vanessa Trump. In 2025, Rachel Yucatel was also set to marry businessman Dan Donovan at the Breakers Palm Beach, which stood out because it was close to where Tiger and Elin live and close to where their kids go to school. Charlie attends the Benjamin School in North Palm Beach, along with Vanessa's daughter and Kai Trump. And Sam also went there and is now a freshman at Tiger's alma mater, Stanford University. Then in January 2026, Tiger and Elin appeared together again, supporting Charlie at the Junior Orange Bowl in Florida. During his round, a recovery shot hit a hidden root, and the ball fired back toward his face. Charlie ducked, the crowd gasped, and it just missed him. He still saved par. "Hell of a shot," Tiger was heard saying as they walked off the green, with Tiger and Elin walking the course together. And seeing them side by side again brings back the big question. Do you think Elin and Tiger have truly moved on? Or do you think some hurt never fully goes away, even with good co-parenting? If you were in Elin's place, would you choose total privacy after something like this? Or would you speak out to set the record straight, and why? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more incredible stories from Hollywood's fascinating history. See you next time.